Hi there, and welcome to the Career Services presentation on ePortfolios. My name is Sarah Tianhara. I'm the Student Engagement and Career Development Coach here in Nicolet. If you're ever looking for me, you can find me in the Lakeside Center in 223. You can always shoot me an email or give me a call. We're going to spend just a few minutes talking about ePortfolios and the power behind them. We'll cover the why, who, what, and where. Let's start with why, because it's important to have this in mind when you start to create your ePortfolio. At the end of the day, an ePortfolio is really a website about you. There's many different places you can host them, from Google to Wix. There's free sites all over the place. But the why is important. This is a way for you to demonstrate the skills that you have learned over the course of time. It's excellent if you can start this early in your career with us as a student, because you can show where you started and the work that you've created since you've been here. Sometimes it's hard to connect the general education courses that you might have taken here with your classes, let's say in the business area. You'll be surprised as you work through this how you can pull in bits and pieces that you've learned in a lot of your courses and connect the dots while you're making this ePortfolio. It's a great way for your instructor to recognize the work that you're doing. Sometimes it's hard to show someone the actual learning that you've done. Sometimes a test can do that for you, but sometimes it's difficult to show the skills that you've learned over the course of your education. This is the opportunity to do that. It's a great way to organize your information. Sometimes when you get an assignment back, if it's on paper, you just throw it in the trash when it's done and recorded. Or it's on your computer and you throw it in the recycle bin. This is a great place for you to organize that information from start to finish. And lastly, it's a great way to publicize. So you are looking for a job, a promotion at work. It's a great way for you to sell yourself. This is a website on yourself, and you can show exactly what you can do. Sometimes we think we can do something and we tell everyone what our skill level is. But in the end, it's hard to demonstrate that. For example, let's say a simple example of you're making something out of a box. Let's say it's macaroni. And you go to make it and you look at the back of the box and you see exactly how long it's supposed to cook for and how much butter and milk you need, and then you recycle that box just to go get it out of the recycle bin just a minute later because you can't remember what was on there. I know this is a simple example, but sometimes we feel like we can do something that we don't actually have the knowledge and skills to do. An ePortfolio answers those exact questions. Can you do this? Yes, you can, because you can show it. That takes you to the who. Who are you making this for? It's important to know your audience before you start to create your ePortfolio. Many times that's going to be an instructor for you. An instructor has asked you to create an ePortfolio for an assignment. They're probably doing this because they want to be able to see the work that you're doing. If it's for an instructor, I would recommend having certain pages within your ePortfolio that address the certain criteria they've got for you, potentially in a rubric. If this is for a supervisor, you might be trying to show them the skills and abilities that you have. It's a great way for you to show them and not just talk about your skills and abilities. So this might be a little flashier version of the things that you can do. Maybe you're just looking for that next opportunity. You're happy in your job, maybe you're not happy in your job, and you're looking to impress other people. This is an excellent way to do that. So you know the who and you know the why. Now, what do you include? It's always important to include some sort of a biography, an about me section that talks about who you are, why you're creating this ePortfolio, and why anyone would take the time to look at it. That could include a background of where you're from, what you do for a living, what brings you to this page. It's very important to include your work, some examples, some evidence of what you've done. If you've created documents, flyers, marketing, whatever it might be, this is a way for you to upload those documents and share them with people. It's also a great place for you to put awards if you've won any. Maybe you've entered a contest somewhere and something you did won, or you did very well at a competition. It's a great place to put those things. At the end of the day, an ePortfolio, especially if it's for an instructor, can really show a longitudinal display of growth. This is where you started and where you are now, showing the sheer amount of growth you've gained through the materials you've learned here at Nicolet. So the last question is where? Where do you let people know about your ePortfolio? If you've created a resume, which I hope you have, it's a great place to put that link right on there. Maybe you can get a shortened URL for your website. If you have a LinkedIn page, you can link it on there as well. Maybe you have a business card. You can link it onto your business card. And then email is just a regular part of life for everyone. So you could have that right at the bottom of your email signature. I'm going to take a second to slide my screen over and show you my ePortfolio. In terms of the why, I have one so it's an easy way to show students different resume opportunities because it's something I work with students on every day. So my ePortfolio has a bio in the front, a picture of me and my family, minus my dog, and a little bit about who I am, linking back to my LinkedIn profile. The pages I have within my ePortfolio are my why. I work with students on resumes on a very regular basis. I share presentations with staff and faculty. So here I've got an example of what resumes might look like. Some of them are a little bit flashier, some of them have color, other ones are very traditional. But it's a way for me to sit down and talk to students and show them what their opportunities are, and that we could start from scratch. We could edit what they're working on, or if they'd like, they can pick one of these samples and start on their own. There's also a section on cover letters and presentations so that I have a place to host the things that I've been working on in a way that is an easy, shareable format. ePortfolios can answer a lot of questions for people. Maybe it's as simple as an instructor has asked you to do one, or you're just looking to show the world what you can do. I encourage you to take a look at the different places you can create them, from Google to Wix to free sites to paid ones. It's up to you. But at the end of the day, you should answer who it's for and why. If you have any questions about ePortfolios, I'd be happy to answer them. Again, my name is Sarah Tianhara, and I'm working for services. Have a great day.